Hello everyone and welcome to Monday Night Raw. We are well and truly on our way to No Way Out now. We saw last week's show. We know that the chaos of Monday Night Raw surrounds the Raw Women's Division here in Chicago. We're certainly going to have that proven to the case as tonight two of the biggest names in any Raw Women's Division in the world collide one-on-one. It is Rosemary against Ronda Rousey in our main event of the evening. Don't think that we are skimping out here on Monday Night Raw with the rest of the card. Still a big show to come throughout the evening, and it starts off pretty big as well. Tyler Breeze to go one-on-one against Kenny Omega in what is an important match for both men. We are here tonight for another big night of action from the Red Brand here in Chicago. Thank you to everyone who's tuned in from wherever you are. As we prepare now to get towards our series finale. 3 more episodes on Monday Night Raw to go. Next week will be the penultimate edition of Monday Night Raw. Of course, we are ready for that series finale at No Way Out, and what will be to come our way heading into the next series as well. Tyler Breeze, pretty much he's well stapled down. He's a well stapled name of Monday Night Raw, and I don't think he's going to have any worries about the next series. If anything, Breeze has got his head focused on that next series right now and trying to get more gold around his waist. It has been a long time since Prince Pretty had any gold to go around that gorgeous waist of his. So the question will be, can he here tonight help get himself towards that maybe? Can he try and knock off a guy who is, of course, not really pleading, but kind of questioning and speculating when is he going to get that title match that he has been seeking for? Because Kenny Omega, ever since leading up to and ever since No Mercy, has been trying to basically get himself a one-on-one match with Pete Dunne confirmed. That's all he wants, is a one-on-one match with Pete Dunne for the US title. No outside interference, no third parties costing them the match, just a straight bout between them to see who can win when they're in that ring. Every time they've had the chance to prove it, Andrade Cien Almas or Shinsuke Nakamura got involved. They're out of the equation now, but Kenny Omega and Pete Dunne are still very much the core values of that equation. And you have to question, will it be finally worked out at some point? Will they finally get what they want? Will they finally get that title match? I say they. Really, we've only heard Kenny Omega's side of the tale. It's Kenny who wants the match. It's Kenny who's watching Dunne's matches backstage. Pete Dunne isn't doing the flip side of that. He's not saying how much he wants to face Kenny Omega again, how much he wants to put the title on the line against him again. He's not the one who's watching Kenny Omega's matches either. He's the one who's just going about his own merry business as champion. He's almost letting the challenger do what he has to do to try and get the attention of the champion. Kenny Omega will look to do that again here tonight against a two-time World Heavyweight Champion in Tyler Breeze. Last time we saw Breeze in one-on-one action, I don't remember exactly who it was against, but I remember him executing a very nice figure-4 sharpshooter in that contest. Saying that if he could get some more damage done with that move, it could be a dangerous submission. Whether or not we'll see more of it here tonight, we'll find out. I think it was against Zack Ryder, it might have been the last time we saw Tyler Breeze, now that I think about it. I'm not 100% certain though. What I do know is that Breeze has come out of the gate swinging here. Discus forearm on Kenny. Counter by the two-time king of the ring. And Kenny Omega looking to get things going hot here in Chicago. Clothesline though, and he's taken off his feet. Both these guys with tremendous success. Both these guys former king of the rings. Breeze won it, and then Kenny Omega went on to win back-to-back king of the rings to certify his spot within this universe as a whole. Former United States champion is Tyler Breeze. Former Intercontinental champion is Kenny Omega. Tyler Breeze, though, does have the World Heavyweight titles to his name that have eluded Kenny Omega, and he has been seeking ever since, really, he's arrived to Monday Night Raw. And beforehand as well. Omega right now going to work with a trio of German suplexes, hanging onto the waist of Breeze there and making it look so easy and so powerful. The danger of Omega's offense, so athletic, but so quick as well with how he's able to execute everything. Big back elbow by Breeze as a counter there. Forearm takes Omega off his feet. These two guys not wasting much time. We're getting things going here in this contest. Look out now. Hurricanrana for Breeze there, nicely done. Leg is hooked. Covers made here on Kenny Omega, but the shoulders up at the count of 1 there. Tyler Breeze, however, staying as focused as ever right now. Brings Kenny Omega in. Northern Light suplex. Another cover will be made. And all he will get is another 1 count. Back-to-back 1 counts there, but Breeze with back-to-back pinning combinations, certainly showing that if he wants to look for a pin, he can get one over Kenny Omega. Neckbreaker there by Breeze as well. Prince Pretty going to work here against the King of Wrestling. It is Prince versus King. Off the rope, sorry, comes Omega. Missed there with the kick, though, did Breeze too early. Kenny Omega may have sidestepped it as well. Omega now counters. Lariat takes Breeze off his feet. Kenny Omega certainly looking to put a staple and leave an impact on Tyler Breeze as he comes in with that running knee. Cover is made. Leg is hooked. Is it all she wrote here this evening? Breeze gets the shoulder up in time. Kenny Omega, though, not going to dash his hopes just yet, staying as focused as ever. Counter is made by Breeze, though. Step up in Zagiri from Prince Pretty. Great move there from Breeze. Really caught the impact of it. Keeping on going here. Nice chop in the chest. Forearm in the face as well. Tyler Breeze not always known for his standing offense. But my oh my, is he breaking out some good shots here against Kenny Omega in this contest thus far. Again, he brings him in. Wraps him round and comes down with that neck breaker on Omega. Top rope now goes Breeze, not known for going up here that often as well, but he's willing to take the risk. Breeze up. Go! What a leg drop. Great leg drop there for Breeze. A huge opening presented to him. Taking him down there by the waist. Into a single leg Boston Crab. Not the best position to put Kenny Omega in, though. Look at how close Omega is to the ropes, and he crawls himself there. Great transition into it, though. But Breeze, maybe if he had done in the opposite direction, would have had a better chance of trying to hook for that tap out as Kenny Omega comes in with another running knee of his. Uh-oh. Oh, no. This isn't going to be good. Double underhook. Pile driver from Omega. Oh. The thought of just nothing to stop you from landing right on your head. Omega now moonsaulting on Breeze. It wouldn't surprise me if that took all the fight that was left in Tyler Breeze out when his head got driven into the mat. Suplex driver from Omega now. The confidence of Kenny Omega shining through. He wants this win. He wants the attention of Pete Dunne. He wants to show the champion it is time for a match. He's going to look for the one-winged angel here. Wait, Breeze counted it. Breeze with a big counter. Crucifix. Could Breeze steal one? Kenny Omega may have got too cocky. Breeze covers. Oh, the shoulders up just in time. That was almost an unduly mistake made by Kenny Omega. Almost cost himself the match. Almost, but not quite. V-Trigger! So close to losing it at one point. Nails the V-Trigger, hooks the leg, and claims victory. Kenny Omega has done it this evening. Breeze had one final opportunity to act in, and he tried to make something happen, but Kenny Omega almost let his confidence cost him the match. But the question still remains, is Omega and Dunne on the cards at some point? Is the Bruiserweight paying any attention to the King of Wrestling? Will Kenny Omega get a shot at that belt? Seems as if Zelina Vega and Andrade Cien Almas are not favorable with the general managership around here. And it seems that Zelina Vega wants something to do regarding Andrade, or she will make something happen. That's, you know, with a guy as talented as Andrade, that is actually a pretty serious, I wouldn't call it a threat, but call it suggestion, shall we say. It's a pretty significant one to shine through. Anyway, here they are. What remains, anyway, of Magnum Opus. Aiden English, Jack Gallagher, Damien Sandow. No longer. We all saw Raw 2 weeks ago when Damien Sandow was systematically destroyed by Brock Lesnar. Thrown around the ring, thrown outside of the ring, and they just walked past what was almost the resting place of Damien Sandow. Back-to-back F5s on the concrete just off the stage. Sandow required immediate medical attention, and immediately after regaining consciousness declared his retirement from the stage of theatre and from Magnum Opus and from this universe as well. Brock Lesnar can claim that he's run even more members of Magnum Opus out of town if he even cares about that. There were 5 members of Magnum Opus when we started against Brock Lesnar. There were 2 stagehands and Damien Sandow. Now what remains? Aiden English and Jack Gallagher. Why did they decide that crossing Brock Lesnar in the first place would be an intelligent idea? I simply do not know. What I do know is they're looking to rebound here tonight. It's a tag team matchup for Magnum Opus. And they're going to be looking to get a rebound here, but before we can even get to that part, Jack Gallagher has a microphone in hand. I wonder what he's got to say. Don't call out Brock Lesnar again. Have some common sense this time, Gallagher. Well, at least he isn't calling out Brock Lesnar again, instead remembering Damien Sandow for who and what he was. It seems as if we're all about to join Gallagher and Magnum Opus in a moment of silence to remember Sandow. Oh, we're not! Oh, we're not! The Fiend is here! The Fiend is here! It was our truth last week! It's Jack Gallagher tonight! Manual claw! The claw! The finger's being dug down the throat of Gallagher! Oh, this is... The Fiend has struck again! Gallagher is bleeding! Aiden English wants nothing to do with it! He is running the hell out of here! The Fiend has struck again! Dangers of the Fiend presenting themselves once more. That was... that man, that... Bray Wyatt warned us, he did warn us, he said that no one was around to play with the Fiend anymore, and he couldn't control him, he couldn't keep him back. And now, the Fiend strikes again here, and takes out Jack Gallagher this evening with the mandible claw. Oh, this... The more that the Fiend is left to his own devices, the more Bray Wyatt struggles to control him, the more dangerous he gets, the more frightening he becomes. He warned us last week of these actions, and he struck again tonight. The Fiend, as dangerous as ever, as frightening as ever. It doesn't matter who you are to the Fiend. You are just in his crosshairs. And before you know it, if you are looking the Fiend in the eye, that's it, it's game over. You're done for. There's no escaping the Fiend. And Jack Gallagher just experienced that tonight. The same as R-Truth the week prior and The Undertaker at No Mercy. Just so dangerous. We have to move on here, or at least try to in this contest, as Kairi Sane is looking to get some of her own back from the assault that she withstood a few weeks ago on Monday Night Raw from Tessa Blanchard in their main event, of course. You may remember Blanchard and Sane met in the main event of Monday Night Raw. I think it was 2 weeks ago now. And she took a chair shot to the back of the head before being given a cutter onto it. Suffered a mild concussion from that steel chair shot. And Sane back here with a vengeance, back here, wanted to get her hands on someone in the ring before she makes her way, as she put it, towards Trifecta once again. Kairi Sane just does not back down from the fight against Trifecta, no matter what they try and throw against her. I would really like to focus on this match and talk a lot about Kairi Sane, really, but the Fiend is just, he's plaguing everyone's minds, and mine included. That's almost a fear tactic of the Fiend. Once he's in your mind, you can't seem to get him out of there. He just sits in there. He haunts the mind without you even realizing, or without him even having to be in front of you. Everyone on Monday Night Raw must have that fear within them now, that everywhere they turn, the Fiend could be there. Because he has proven that he doesn't care who it is in front of him. He takes them out. It does not matter your name. It does not matter your place on Monday Night Raw. It doesn't matter if there's gold around your waist. It doesn't matter if you're a legend of the business like The Undertaker. You are just another target in his path, and he will take you out. I fear for anyone who crosses the Fiend and decides to try and fight back. That is, if anyone can fight back. Right now, though, Kairi Sane coming in with an elbow in the chest on Dana Brooke. Sane certainly proving in this contest that she has a new mean streak to her. She is just taking it to Dana Brooke from the starting bell, and there has been little to no offense of Dana Brooke, and it's not going to be any more either from her. The anchor is locked in. That is cinched in tight. Kairi Sane didn't want the pinfall win tonight. She wanted to force Dana Brooke to tap out, and she achieves just that. Maybe all the Trifecta has done has crossed the line with Kairi Sane and unleashed a new mean streak within the Pirate Princess. I don't know for certain, but what I know for sureties is that Kairi Sane picks up a dominant win here this evening. And she may well celebrate it or not, I don't know. But the reality is that it is a victory almost lost in the minds of those who just saw what we witnessed a moment ago. Kairi Sane wins, but all we have on our minds is the Fiend. Hopefully we can shake him off in this next contest, because next up, we prepare for war. It is time for yet more War Machine action on Monday Night Raw. It is Hanson to go up against Samoa Joe. Now you may notice here tonight, Hanson's here, Rowe isn't. Cast your mind back to last week on Monday Night Raw. It was Rowe against Pete Dunne in a non-title action. We saw the bitter end come down on Rowe, and it looked like the United States champion was about to finish off the contest right there and then. However, Hanson pulled the referee out of the ring, trying to give an opening for Rowe to get back in the match. Backstage, they went after the contest, and I've been told that things were a little bit heated backstage between the pair of them. Rowe wasn't pleased with the actions of Hanson. Said that if he was going to lose the match, he'd rather lose it fighting than lose it by some actions that they would expect from their rivals, not that he would expect from his brother. Rowe and Hanson seemed to shake on it and agree. Hanson seemed to make up for his amends, really, and kind of apologize for his mistake. He just wanted to see Rowe get a win more than anything, but that is not the, shall we say, the way in which they fight as a team. That is not what War Machine is about. That is not what their roots are about. They fight and they die in battle. They do not go out in a coward's man way. Hanson, though, is certainly not going to want to go out in a coward's man way here tonight. He is going to want to go out fighting like a warrior until the very end. Fight like a warrior, die like one, and maybe be choked out by like one in this ring as well, as he will clash one-on-one with a Samoan submission machine. Samoa Joe has made one hell of an impact since arriving to Monday Night Raw. This may well be the biggest name he's had since making his arrival to Raw as well. In Hanson, former tag team champion for Joe to go up against. And a bit of a hoss match going on here, even if Hanson is almost unrealistically athletic for a guy of his height and his size. That doesn't change anything though, as these two men are about to square off with one another. So here we go, the bell rings and we are underway. Hanson and Joe to lock up. And let's see what'll happen when these two men collide. Talked about the need to bring him up again, but he really is plaguing the mind, bringing up the Fiend here once again here. If oh, nice uppercut there from Hanson. If the Fiend was gonna try and, if there was gonna be anyone to try and fight back against the Fiend, if there was gonna be anyone to try and go up against the Fiend and take the fight to him, I could see it being one of these two guys. I could see them refusing to back down from that fight and just thinking, we could take him on. We could go after the Fiend, or I can go after the Fiend. It would be a guy like Samoa Joe, a guy like Hanson, a guy like Rowe, someone who doesn't know the meaning of fear. But would they be just another victim to the Fiend's ways? I'm not too certain about that one, but what I do know is that if the Fiend does want to cross a fight, if he does want someone to play with, Joe, Hanson, or Rowe might well be one of those guys that could give him what he wants. I hope the Fiend didn't hear that. I may have just given him a suggestion as to what to do. Nevertheless, we focus on with this matchup right now. Nice Tiger Bomb from Hanson a moment ago. Got a 2 count, but the contest continues on here. Samoa Joe in, but look for a Death Valley Driver assault. Hanson comes out with big elbows. You see the strength there of Samoa Joe shining through as well with how easily he lifted Samoa Joe with Hanson up onto his shoulders. Twisting sidewalk slam connected with by Hanson as he finished off Samoa Joe this evening. The answer is no. The shoulder is up at 2. Hanson, though, has definitely got some bigger offense in this matchup than Samoa Joe has. That's good news for Warbeard. Great Uranagi counter though from Samoa Joe. Ducked the clothesline and nailed it flush on Hanson there. In the corner now. Look out. Elbow. It's a Kairi. So dangerous is Joe. So volatile. So impactful as well. Exploder suplex. Almost went into the camera with it. Once Samoa Joe gets going, it's so damn dangerous to stop him. And it's so unlikely to stop him as Hanson is experiencing Bucko Bomb. Samoa Joe doing as he pleases. Hanson, though, coming back with some good shots. Staggered Joe, but didn't knock him off his feet. Saito suplex, though. That'll take him off his feet. The fight continuing on here between these two. Joe moving out of the way there, coming down with chops on the shoulders. These two guys standing and trading with one another right now. Big headbutt, though, from Samoa Joe. Might be the only other one who could headbutt Hanson and get away with it. Hanson in though. Clothesline and a bulldog follows up. These two guys are just throwing shots at one another, shrugging it off, and coming in with their own heavy hits. Look out now, Hanson stretching Samoa Joe over the knees, over the shin as well. What a dangerous submission hold that is on the back, but Joe fights his way out of it. Both men back up to a level playing field. Joe comes in with a full head of steam and gets that clothesline. Back and forth, the pendulum is swinging in this contest. These two guys just going all out from the opening bell, ready to try and beat the other. Saito suplex there once again from Hanson. Warbeard might be without Rowe, but that doesn't mean that he wasn't going to just accept that as his fate and go down without a fight here tonight. He is ready to fight like a warrior to atone for his mistakes last week. Headbutting the head of Samoa Joe into the turnbuckle over and over again. Joe in trouble because Warbeard's on the top. Hanson's gonna fly. Moonsault. Oh, the knees were up in time. Samoa Joe gets the knees up in time from behind. Half and half suplex there. Lays out Hanson and may well find him in a world of trouble. Moonsault missed. This one may be over. Kakita clutch. The Kakita clutch is locked in. Hanson not going to be able to reach the ropes. Hanson, can he fight out? The hand underneath the beard. Wrenching on the neck and the jaw. And no choice but to tap out. Samoa Joe locked in that clutch as best he could. He wrenched on it until Hanson can fight on no longer. Samoa Joe wins again on Monday Night Raw. And if anyone out there is looking for a fight, if anyone on this brand wants to do a battle, Samoa Joe is more than fine with being on the opposite side to you. It doesn't matter your name, your place on the card, Joe will fight you. Remind you of someone similar? Well, ladies and gentlemen, next week on Monday Night Raw, we got some big matches coming your way. A must-win contest between Cesaro and Velveteen Dream, fresh from the desk of Raw General Manager Sting. A must-win contest for them both as we head into the next series of Universe. And next week as well, there will be a sit-down interview between yours truly and the #1 contender to the World Heavyweight Championship itself, Kyle O'Reilly. Next week, sit-down interview on Monday Night Raw. That is all to come next week, but right now, ladies and gentlemen, it is time for the main event here in Chicago. It is time to decay with Rosemary. The Hive has come out to play here on Monday Night Raw. What an intense main event this is promising to be, as these two will clash one-on-one in this ring. No respect for one another, no common goals with one another that they share. Just plain and simple hatred is what they have for one another. Rosemary made her return the same evening as Ronda Rousey. Rousey chased off Tessa Blanchard, coming to the aid of Kairi Sane. And then Rosemary arrived. Red wedding, and out went Ronda Rousey in the ring. Last week we saw the in-ring return of Rosemary after months and months without a match. And then to close out the show, after the match was announced for here tonight, Rosemary and Rousey brawled in the parking lot. We ended the broadcast because we had run out of time with those two still brawling. Sting told me that the fight went on for another 2 to 3 minutes back there. Security, other members of the Raw Women's roster, and even some of the male superstars on this brand could not stop these two women. And now tonight in this ring, the only one to stop them is a referee, and they are allowed otherwise to go completely berserk on one another. Are they losing sight of the common goal, though, is the question. But the other question could be, was the common goal for Rosemary ever the Raw Women's Championship? She may have glanced over at Tessa Blanchard, but her intentions were focused on Ronda Rousey when she laid her out with the Red Wedding. I don't know, but what I do know is here we go. Main event of the evening is underway. Rosemary and Rousey. The fight is on between these two women, and it is going to be a fight. Mark my words on that one. Here we go. Standing and trading with one another from the very get-go in this one. Forearm from Rosemary, coming in with shots right away. Uppercut there, backing up Rousey to the turnbuckle. Rosemary as dangerous as ever when she is unleashed. When that hive mind can do as it pleases. Even someone as incredibly talented as Ronda Rousey finds themselves on the back foot. In the turnbuckle now with a flying forearm. Animated there by Rousey, and she comes with a quick shot there, backing Rosemary up against the ropes. There's going to be a lot of punches thrown. There's going to be a lot of heavy hits connected within this one as Rousey comes in with a neck crank there on Rosemary, taking her down to the mat there. I wonder, after everything that's gone on these last 2 weeks, is any member of Trifecta watching on? Is Ripley, Gabbert, or the Raw Women's Champion herself, Tessa Blanchard, here with an eye on this contest? Remember last week, there was that intentions to show that Blanchard and Trifecta had their eyes on Rosemary, even if Rosemary didn't have her eyes on Blanchard at first. Gabbert was sent out to the ring to go after Rosemary, and instead withstood a Red Wedding on the outside. Certainly proving that even the alpha female can't keep Rosemary down. Rousey, their forearm counter, goes to the top rope now. In comes Rosemary, high kick, and a knee follows up. Rousey in trouble here. Rousey in big trouble right now. Top rope, Falcon Arrow. Rosemary gets all of it, hooks the leg. Is it over between her and Rousey this evening? The shoulder's up in time. Rousey's first contest in SummerSlam as well. suffered an injury on that evening, missed some time in ring, but is back and is still full of hate and violence towards Tessa Blanchard. However, that hate and violence has spread as well to Rosemary. Fireman's carry Pele kick. An interesting fact for you to bear in mind with is that when Ronda Rousey arrived to this universe, her first opponent was Rosemary. And Ronda Rousey picked up the win. And it was about a year ago at this point that happened. Rosemary in with a Michinoku drive for Ronda Rousey. Could Rosemary be looking to atone for that loss that she suffered all the way back then to Rousey? It's a good question to ask, to be honest, because we simply do not know the answer. Although with that hive mind of Rosemary, I may not want to know the answer either. Great judo throw counter there by Ronda Rousey as she comes in now. Clotheslines on Rosemary, and a leaping clothesline takes her down as well. Ronda Rousey certainly hasn't missed a step in ring, but neither has Rosemary. And Rosemary was out for an even longer period of time than Ronda Rousey was. Oh no. Oh no. Rolling to the outside. Rosemary's hive. This is Rosemary's playground. This is where she can take advantage. But it's Rousey who tries to take control, but it's a knee in the gut there that stops it. Into the announce table again. Look out here. Face first into it as well we go. Rosemary sending Rousey head first into the ring pole. Referee's count continuing on. These women, though, not paying that much state of mind to it. Too busy locked into one another there. Nice fireman's carry counter there by Rousey. Sorry, judo counter as we get back in the ring. But she did take some punishment on the outside that could enable an advantage for Rosemary here this evening. The two former Raw Women's Champions locking horns right now and putting it all on the line to beat the other. Let's not forget, Rosemary has the longest Women's Championship reign out of every title, every women's title in this universe, and on top of that, it is one of the longest reigns in the history of this universe as well. Rousey rolling to the outside. That was, in my opinion, a real bad decision made by Ronda Rousey. Rosemary with her up on his shoulders. No! On the apron! And then swung around into it as well. Oh my God. Oh, the head of Ronda Rousey making contact with a steel bar that goes around the ring for support. The hardest part of the ring for a reason. That bit's got steel in it. But Rousey hasn't given up. She keeps fighting. Drop kick, oh. Not to be. Rosemary moves out of the way. Hurricane Rana takes Rousey off her feet. And Rosemary might be looking to put it all away here. Might be looking to steal victory. Red wedding. Red wedding. No. Rousey steps out of the way. Body shot coming in. Rousey getting some quick shots. And throwing her across the ring. Ronda Rousey now. She's in position. Up and over goes Rosemary. She has it. She has the arm. Armbar. Rosemary has tapped to this in the past. She tapped to this in Ronda Rousey's first contest. Can she tap out to it again here tonight? Could Rosemary's return be hashed by a Ronda Rousey victory? Oh no. Rosemary breaks it. She breaks the armbar. You knew that was going to be the case. Breaks the armbar, and the fight keeps going on here. On the shoulders now. Pele kick again. And Rosemary now targeting the legs of Ronda Rousey. There is no love lost in this main event. Nothing but hatred and vitriol for one another. If I was Tessa Blanchard watching this, however, I'd be thinking, if these two women are willing to do this to one another just out of hatred, what are they going to be willing to do when the title is on the line? Blanchard may have beaten Rousey at SummerSlam, but what she's going to do when there's so much more hate fueling Ronda Rousey now? And what the hell is she going to do against Rosemary as well, as again this contest spills to the outside? Let's see what'll happen here. The fight is on again. Ronda Rousey sending Rosemary away from the ring here and up the ramp. Oh no. This match couldn't be confined to the ring itself. These two women looking to finish off this contest maybe the way they finished off last week's. Just kicking away there at the legs was Rosemary. Throwing her away, throwing her down the ramp here. Misses with the elbow drop, however. Danger now. Referee's count is up to 7, but the fight is going on and the crowd is loving it. They are just throwing at one another. Ref's count is up to 8 and they're still going in the wrong direction. I don't think they care about the count anymore. I think they've abandoned that and they are just going for one another. There's the count of 10. The count of 10 strikes. But they haven't finished yet. Referee may ring for the bell, but it's all for nothing. Because the fight is going to keep on going. The brawl's going to keep on going. These two women don't care about the count. They don't care about victory. They are ensconced with one another. And they are fighting their way up the ramp here. This match is being thrown out right now. But don't think that's going to stop these two women from just laying down with one another. And fighting to the bitter end. Wait a minute. Rousey looking to take this backstage. Rosemary hot on the heels of her as well. We're going backstage here, it would seem. Rousey maybe trying to get into position to attack Rosemary. Oh no! It's Jazzy Gambit! It's Ronda Rousey who's been attacked! And it's Trifecta who's done that job! Omega Slam! And that's not all! That is not all! Rhea Ripley has Rosemary now! Rhea Ripley with Rosemary here! And Rhea Ripley with a riptide! Rousey and Rosemary laid out! Courtesy of Trifecta! And now it's Blanchard steering over her fallen foes! And it's Blanchard who believes that the target is not on the back of her own, but rather on Rosemary and Ronda Rousey. Oh my goodness. Tessa Blanchard is willing to put it all on the line. And no way out. Tessa Blanchard will put her Raw Women's title on the line against Rosemary and Ronda Rousey.